Jeep previews 2026 Grand Cherokee SUV with front-end styling and tech updates. So Jeep just previewed the 2026 Grand Cherokee with a front-end styling that looks production-ready and not a concept. We also have info on the tech side of things that will be available when it launches next year. Let's get into it. These photos were released by Jeep as part of their 80th anniversary celebration. They posted 2 videos on their channels. The first one shows the exterior and has this dramatic lighting to make it look very mysterious and edgy. And the second video shows off the interior and has a voiceover by Jeep CEO Christian Munier talking about all the new tech. First up, let's talk about what we see here in these images. This looks like the production version of the Grand Cherokee, but with some heavy camouflage up front. It reminds me of the front end of a Mercedes-Benz EQS with those pixel headlights. And if you look closely at the bottom part, there seems to be some sort of light bar connecting the 2 squared-off grills. It's hard to tell because it's covered in camo, but interestingly, the turn signals are not in the headlights, they're in the grille. You can see it in this image. There are 3 horizontal bars in the grille, and the outer 2 have turn signals. This could be a cool new look. But again, it's hard to tell with all that camouflage. As for the rear, it looks pretty much identical to the current model, so don't expect any changes there. Overall, the proportions look similar to the current Grand Cherokee, but the front end definitely looks more modern and possibly wider. Now let's talk about the interior. In the video, Christian Munier talks about how they focused on making the screens bigger, the bezels thinner, and integrating a lot more technology. He specifically mentioned that they are putting in the new generation of Uconnect, which should have even more features and is supposed to be really intuitive and easy to use. We also see what appears to be a large panoramic sunroof, possibly extending all the way to the rear seats. And the lower part of the dashboard seems to have some cool air vents that look like they're blowing air sideways. One interesting thing I noticed is that the gauge cluster seems to be floating. It's not connected to the steering column like traditional cars. I'm not sure why they did this, but maybe it's part of the electric motor trend where you need space for the sensors around the steering wheel. Overall, this looks pretty exciting. Jeep is bringing a new look to the Grand Cherokee with a more modern interior and a front end that has some really cool design elements. Of course, take all this with a grain of salt since this is Jeep we're talking about and they like to do things a little differently. Nothing is really set in stone until it actually happens. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited about the new Grand Cherokee, or do you think that Jeep is going in the wrong direction? As always, I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more car news. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.